Ladies and gentlemen, running right along to our third bout of the evening, please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, fighting out of the blue corner, Alpha Caulfield.
Alpha Ba making his way to the cage tonight. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. He is an independent fighter, coach, so he's not coming to us. He's an independent fighter coming in here by himself, so
doesn't have a nickname, but he's part of Absolute Martial Arts, so his main fight style is wrestling, so I'm trying to think, I'm always on the high school wrestling scene, so I wonder what high school he might have wrestled for if he is originally from St. Louis. Oh, I don't have it.
And now his opponent making his way to the red corner, Nathan Biggs.
Nathan Biggs making his way to the cage now, nicknamed the American Dream. He said he got this nickname when he was walking out to Guns N' Hoses, and he got called the American Dream. He said they didn't have entrance music, and he had Dusty Rhodes' theme on his phone since he recently passed, so the nickname stuck. Said that his fight style is grappling and boxing. So definitely a good mix here. He's got a little bit of groundwork, a little bit of stand-up. See if it works out for him tonight. We'll see what his game plan is, if he chooses to take the fight to the ground or if he's going to try to keep it on the feet and maybe go for the knockout.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely these young men look like they've been training for sure, all right? So.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the NFA Bantamweight division, brought to you tonight by Brad Carey Realtor. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. The striker stands 5'9", weighed in 145 pounds, holds an amateur record, 0 wins, 1 defeat. Training independently and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Alpha Caulfield. His opponent to my left, fighting out of the red corner, is a jiu-jitsu style boxer, standing 5'6", weighed in 146.9 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 3 wins, 3 defeats. Representing Fathom Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Highland, Illinois, Nathan, the American Dream Biggs. Your referee, Tim Francis.
Nathan Biggs says since his last fight, he's focused a lot on his jiu-jitsu and boxing, and he said he's identified as a grappler and boxer in this sport. You know, that's what he likes to think of himself as. And he said he worked on his strength and his explosiveness. So, he's saying his keys to victory are just to keep calm and relax while he's in there.
Definitely easier said than done. Somebody's trying to take your head off. But, yeah, that's definitely a way to try to keep your composure. You know, I was saying the sports like these combat sports, you got to be the quarterback out there, not the D lineman or the linebacker that's running crazy. You got to control everything while you're getting hit in the face.
You know, he looks like he's keeping his hands up. He's in on a good shot here. He's got to watch for the guillotine, but
took him back the other way. Oh, he could have had that guillotine. Look, Alpha doesn't want to grapple. So
both men right back up to their feet.
Yeah. So
Biggs looking like he's doing a good job of staying calm, like you said. He's sitting back. He's pumping jabs. He's not overextended on anything yet. He's circling, moving his feet, keeping his hands high. Good leg kick from him.
Yeah.
Throwing a bear. Alpha pushing forward after, though.
We've seen some
trying to get Biggs back to the cage.
Yeah, we've seen some good leg kicks today, for sure. Oh, he's coming after that leg. I definitely prefer, the kick in the thigh instead of the kick in the calf. Which one do you prefer if you're getting kicked?
I think kicking in the thigh has been a big thing for a long time, especially in Muay Thai kickboxing, but MMA evolving, especially these past couple of years, that low calf kick's definitely starting to be a big part of the game because it's much harder to counter and to defend against, especially in the sport of MMA where there's a lot more moving. You have a lot lower stance than in Muay Thai where guys are more upright. It's a lot harder to counter. And
well, now the question I asked you, Duke, is which one would you rather get kicked in, the thigh or the calf?
I wouldn't rather get kicked at all. I don't know.
But definitely good insight on that. That leg kick. if you watch like Dustin Poirier.
I'd rather check the kick.
Okay. Well, Poirier and Conor McGregor, man, those low calf kicks played
Yeah.
a certain game. And that was so crucial because they're both were left-handed fighters, right? So
Yep.
the
Taking out that lead leg.
Yeah. So we got a lot of traditional fighting style here. It's like Alpha wants to stay up.
Both men taking their time, picking their shots. Biggs probably needs to set up this leg kick a little bit more. You know, it's the second time tonight we've seen a guy just trying to throw naked outside leg kicks. And, you know, all it takes is for a guy to counter and come right back down the pipe with a straight right hand or you know, a multitude of anything
Nice
else to come
jab.
back at him with.
Alpha's pumping that jab. He got to keep that jab pumping. All right. You know, definitely, you know, the jab and the leg kicks can control the distance so much, especially if you don't want to go to the ground. He's not keeping – oh, nice body kick. Got the clinch. Oh, he didn't use any knees out of it. Alpha gets out. He doesn't want none of the grappling exchange. He wants to try to stay clean. Oh, clean outside. He's pumping that jab. He's letting him close the distance too much. And Biggs needs to close that distance so he can get to his body a little bit more.
Round one in the books. Both men look very relaxed, you know. They look like they're taking their time. They're not rushing anything. They're both trying to land some good jabs, land some good leg kicks.
On out to round number 2. Once again, this fight's brought to you by Brad Carey Realtor. If you're in the market of buying or selling your home, now is indeed the time to start. Give Brad Carey a call or text with any of our real estate needs. You can call him at 314-378-6939.
Keeping it going. So what do you think some of these adjustments you think they might be making in the corner right now?
I mean, if I was in the corner of Biggs, I would say, you know, he was having some success with those leg kicks early on. But, again, I think he needs to set those up. Both these guys maybe a little bit more combination, some more feints. They're kind of just one punch and a jab, one throwing a leg kick, you know, and then they're stopping. And, you know, we saw it one time. Once somebody decided to rush in after that, they were able to because they weren't following up with anything.
Oh, my gosh, they're calling another fight. A poke in the eye? This doctor is not playing with these poking the eyes.
Yeah, it looks like we actually had another eye poke right at the last. The whistle blew like the round was going to start, and then the doctor told the ref to wave off the fight. So it looks like there's another one maybe right there at the end of the round that we didn't catch again.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to keep the fighter safe.
Yep.
You know, that's the main
Number one
thing.
job for the referee, fighter safety. You know, these guys, they don't have an easy job in there.
Oh, man, I think Alpha said he couldn't continue. And I know he wanted to stay on his feet and kind of punch and bang, but it happens. I don't know when he took his eye poke. Man, it's fighter's life. It's a tough lifestyle. It's a tough lifestyle, you know.
Yep.
If you're on the bottom of the scene working way up, there's not a lot of glory as most people think. Not a lot of fame either, and the money comes after a long time. So it's definitely something you got to want to do is be in that ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another doctor stoppage. But at the end of round 1, your winner by TKO, his opponent unable to answer the bell in the second round due to eye injury, Nathan, the American Dream Biggs.